Thousands of stimulus checks sent to dead people. Family members left wondering what to do. Now the IRS says it wants the money back. And that leads us to tonight's good question. Will you have to return the check? Here's KCTV5's Joe Chiodo.
The distribution of stimulus checks has been nothing short of a rushed mess. For weeks, these family members who lost loved ones looked for instruction from the IRS. The offices are closed. The website gives no answers. The CARES Act tells them nothing. It's literally not addressed. Now the government is saying, oops, that was a mistake. Please send the money back. But the tax expert I spoke with says that's plain wrong.
You can't ask people to send the money back. You can't make a broken vow. You can't say, 1 minute I love you, I want to marry you, the next day I think it's too late.
There's perhaps no example more fitting than that for the story of this husband and wife, Paul and Ann Simons of Lansing, Kansas. In November 2019, Paul unexpectedly passed away.
Pretty hard when you go from 2 Social Security incomes just down to 1.
3 weeks ago, Ann received Paul's $1,200 stimulus check. She asked us what to do. She could certainly use the cash. Things were tight as she moved out of their longtime KCK home.
This is where we came after we got married, and this is where all of our memories are.
So we asked tax expert Joe Chiodo of St. Joe what's her next step. He explained, mistake or not, there's no language requiring Ann return the check. Plus, Paul was alive in 2018, and the two filed a joint return, so it's hers to keep.
You're kidding.
Ann was overjoyed. But fast forward to today, the IRS has a new plea. They want the money back. Chiodo says not so fast.
There's nothing in the CARES Act, nothing in the CARES Act that says that people have to return that money. I don't see any legal authority, anything at all.
He also believes Ann can't get in trouble down the road. After all,
A dead person can't file a 2020 return.
he says now it comes down to ethics for anyone in this situation. If you don't need the money, sure, send it back. But in Ann's case, it helped pay for utilities, groceries, and insurance. He says she should keep it. And it did what the IRS intended it to do, stimulate the economy in a time of despair. Joe Chiodo, KCTV5 News.
And we asked the IRS what would happen if someone doesn't send back the money. Well, we're still waiting back to hear from them. So if you do want to return a deceased person's payment, we have instructions with this story on the free KCTV5 News app.